Good afternoon, this is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. This episode is more of the end of trading day. Today is Thursday, the 17th, and you can see the markets are green. Really, the big news today is crypto. Let's switch over to this Coin Telegraph. You can see here's the price of Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, XPR, or Ripple. This is Bitcoin Cash and EOS. As you can see, the market is really strong. 10% up today. I think it was over 2,000 and something move today, which is really strong. Yesterday it broke through the $20,000 mark. Ether is not near its all-time high. I believe all-time high was probably around 13 or 14, and that's about 3 years ago. I don't remember what Litecoin was. Was it $300 a coin? I don't remember anymore. But the most important thing here is Bitcoin is the dominant coin. I'm not a big fan of all the other 1,000 or 4,000 little coins. I would recommend just sticking with the big four or five. But really, I'm a fan of just sticking to the one. This article is important. Coinbase will be IPOing. Some people say the last time they got value was $8 billion. Who knows what the current market value is now? Probably this year it can probably be triple that. It could be 50 billion. So I have no idea. I'm going to follow that story. I don't generally buy IPOs only because I'm not getting in early enough. You need to be a super rich investor with like Goldman Sachs or one of the underwriters, and you can get the shares early. The other interesting news is this one here. Number of addresses, of Bitcoin addresses with over $1 million in coins have increased, but that's because the market has increased, the market price. So let's go to the stock market. The S&P 500 is still doing well. Indexes are near all-time highs, which means most people with 401k plans are doing really well, so they're going to be excited about that. And now back to, let's see what's going on in my ETrade account. You can see I did do some transactions recently. I closed a position in my Visa Iron Condor, and then I basically created a new one. So if you look at the options dates, I had this one already out here. I closed the one that was expiring in 14 or 13 days, and then I created this one new. This is my new one that I just opened up. If you pop open the date here, you'll see today's date here. I just opened that up literally in less than an hour ago. Ooh, in fact, if you check the transaction log, that was only 8 minutes ago. So I lose track of time. But what you can see is I created a new Iron Condor here. So I did that today. I'm not going to speak through it because it's already in the past. It's useless to see what I'm doing in the past. I like to, whenever I'm doing trading videos, I like to show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So if you're a beginner, you can learn. If you're an intermediate trader, you can also figure out what I'm trying to do. But now it's too late. But here's the past trades. I did close some stuff out. S&P, you see that. I have an Iron Condor and S&P. I think I was closing it. Yeah, I think I was closing this one too. Because it doesn't cost me much. I already made my profit. It was over 50% profit, so I made money and I closed it out. So today, I'm not going to do any, since I already showed you my trading history for today, I'll probably just talk about some articles. We're at the end of the year, so a lot of brokerage companies like to come out with these new bets. What are they betting for 2021? And in this one, I want to look at a couple of them. Here we see, I do like Ally. I do like Morgan Stanley. I'm not sure if let's go down here. I actually do. I don't follow Dell, so I'm not really sure if I like it. I do like DocuSign, even after the big run up this year. Amazon is still going to dominate. Has nothing to do with stay at home. While that does help, and Black Friday, with COVID's Black Friday, it does help. But Amazon just a great business. 5G play, Micron is still a good way to play it. Let's see what else in here. People who follow the airline industry. I don't follow airlines, but Southwest has been one of the best for the last 20 years. I think this year they're forced to lay off people. But at some point, if the vaccine is working, and if people do take the vaccine, and if the curve gets flattened, quote unquote, if that does work, I think you're going to see some indications of airlines going up, restaurant chains, and things like Dave and Buster's and everything else that was impacted. Things like Simon Property Group will start bouncing back up. So those are some things to look for. I still like DocuSign. I think Art is still collecting it. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see what they're. And here you can see the latest. They're trending up. I mean, this is huge. In the 2 weeks, their position side has gained 40%. Well, yeah. You see that? From 1 million shares to 1.4, 40% gain. Here's the value. So they're still building this position up. And let's see the other positions and other ones. Here you go. Some of these smaller ones, you can still see the pattern. They're still building it up in other smaller funds that they own here. This one is still trending up. So you see DocuSign is still something they like. And since I'm here, let's take a quick look at some other stuff that I like. Let's take a look at Teledocs and see what they're doing with Teledocs. If I can get that up. Here you go. Here's Teledocs. Let's just scroll down. Look at the trend of the shares. So you can see it was 2. Here we go. 1 million. 1 million. Let's go a little bit further. Here you go. You see the trend in Teledocs? They're buying a lot of Teledocs still. You see the same change. This is a huge buy. 400,000 shares. Let's see what they're doing in the other funds. Here's another fund here. Here you go, still uptrending. Here's their other one, the G. Here you go, uptrending. So there's a couple of them that I still like. They're still buying Teledocs, and I like these because they're smaller than Tesla's. Remember, Tesla is like a top 10 in the S&P 500. I'm gonna look for some smaller companies that most people never heard of. I'm going to look for a company that I think has high growth, good margins in the future, well run, things that can grow for the next 10 or 15 years. Okay, I'm going to save you guys some time. I got to paste some of my option stuff in here. And I never paste any transaction that I was done today. I told you I did a closing and opening some new stuff. So let me just copy this one over here. And I think I got those. Okay, so I'm just going to do some magic editing. I do have to delete these useless cells. Remember, adjustment, transfers do not count in my, and I think everything else is good there. So let me fix the rest. Okay, almost done. I think I fixed mostly everything. Let's fix the fonts. 12. And then I think the last thing is fix the formatting for the numeric. There you go. Everything is done. I don't expect to have an earth-shattering week so far. I actually think you're going to see right here. I'm going to hit the refresh button. And there you go. I lost money yesterday. But I already told you guys earlier in the month or in previous videos, I am lagging behind, and you'll see that I'm lagging further behind. Hit the refresh button and you see that I'm lagging further behind. And here's the numbers now, so you can see what I'm doing. So basically what I'm doing is some of my stocks that I have cover calls on, instead of getting a sign, what I'm trying to do is reduce the amount of upside that I lost. So let's say the stock is in the money and it's worth $1,000. But because I have an option, I can't capture that 1,000. So I am gonna, normally if you let it expire or let somebody take your shares away, I'm losing that opportunity cost for $1,000. And if I only receive, let's say 12 or 15 or 20 bucks in advance, you can see how that's really a bad deal. So what I'm trying to do is, at this point, I'm trying to capture some of that loss upside back. And there are ways to do it. And what I end up doing is basically I will roll my option forward for a net debit, where you have to make sure the math makes sense still. If I'm paying $500 in cash, I want to make sure I'm gaining 6, 7, or 8, or $900 in net value. Now, some of it is hard to calculate. By changing the strike price, you can see how much money will be in your pocket because you're still in the money. The problem is if the shares drop significantly afterwards, you can see that paper gains are not really there. So there are some rules that I try to stick to when I'm trying to catch up. So that's it for today. I wanted to show you, again, not all my trades go well. There are times where things are working against me. Here you go. I guess at this point I will be happy ending the month around 2,000 or 2,500. We'll see what happens. I don't know what else is going to happen. If the market continues to keep on breaking into new highs, I may be I may have other issues with my cover calls and even my iron condors. I like the market to sort of level out and just sort of trade in a range right now. I do play mostly neutral strategies or delta neutral. So we'll see. Let's just see what happens. By now, you will see that I share my trades. I show what I do, show my trading history, pop it into a spreadsheet. If you like this, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, post it on your social media. Because we talked about Bitcoin today, please hit if you haven't bought Bitcoins and you want to do a Coinbase account, and again, because you want to follow Coinbase or maybe because you want to see what happens with the IPO, click on the link below in the description of this video. I do have a Coinbase referral link. If you click that link and you deposit $100, you will gain a $10 bonus, and I also will gain a $10 bonus. So by that, you can support me in my channel. I want you to win with money. Let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. Have a profitable day.